should not be running because that's too much stress on your body. And over 50 or 60 should not be lifting weights. What you need to do is Tai Chi chair exercises. Really? And then you see this guy with this buff body, like, unbelievable. Listen, Tai Chi chair. Like, okay, really? Okay. But it kind of reminds me of the sea monkeys. I believe in sea monkeys. Remember years ago, the sea monkeys, these commercials with the photo where you see them in the back of comic magazines and whatever. Sea monkeys. Admirals. You know what they are? I think that would develop. So, be careful out there. Don't get sold. That's all I'm saying. 7:46. It is Hot Mornings and Boots here on a Hot 107.5. How about this for everything? You remember sea monkeys? Come on, man. Sea monkeys were big. Just like the glasses that you can see through people. See through rugs. All this was presented to us as young people. You guys remember that? Well, sea monkeys, apparently what you do is you take these little things, you drop them into a fish tank, and you wait overnight. And these things, you wake up in the morning, these are live monkeys that swim.
That's it.
With these long tails,
Right.
hands, legs, hang out in your house, in a fish tank.
Yeah.
Those sea monkeys. And order some of these sea monkeys. Drop them in the tank. They come in little balls, like little brown balls. And they're supposed to grow after 24 hours. And they become these things. Well, that's what they sell you on, right? And look real. It's me. Bought these things. Put them in the water. And when I woke up in the morning, those little brown balls still at the bottom of the fish tank. Yeah. It was sold. And it was ham. Right? So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying this new thing that's going around, the new thing about Tai Chi walking. You get this guy that has this unbelievable, calm, chiseled body. And he says, 6 months, your family will not even recognize you. Really? I'm just saying, take it with a grain of salt. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not real. Take it with a grain of salt. Right? It kind of beats walkers, though. That's what get me. Those people, and that's what we talked about this morning if you just turned the radio. We talked about those people who walk and late nights, early mornings, and they're walking in the street. Something. The island is so beautiful. The parks, yeah, the area is for you to walk. The area is for you to walk. You're going to walk with it. It's on the street.
Tube up.
I like to say, that's what it's about. So that's what we talked about, gentlemen. 7 minutes to the hour. How about this from Randy? She used to float around New York and New Jersey doing stand-up. Of course, she ventured into television and then movies. Now she has her television show called The Equalizer. And it's really cool. She does this action girl. It's crazy. But she's come a long way. And I just love her presence. BBT. All right, I'll take this last call and then I'm out of here. Hot 107.5, good morning.
Good morning, dude. Respect this one. That's your whole show.
Oh, man.
But I want to put a request in for tomorrow.
For tomorrow? Okay.
I might have done it before, and you said you didn't have it. It was called something stupid by Frank and Nancy Sinatra.
No, I didn't have that. So
You didn't have it?
No, I didn't have it. I would have to go online, I guess, to try to.
Okay, so are you going to be so busy between tonight and tomorrow morning you couldn't go online and find it?
Once I come in tomorrow morning, I'll go online and see it. I'm saying it will be on. I just have to shut it out. Yeah.
Okay, I would really like to hear that. And just prior to us playing in that kind of game.
What I would say to you, Mr. Butcher, because you're sleeping through it now. So when you get up. Is that fair? You tell me when you get up, you say, hey, Boots, I'm out, and then I'll make the attempt to play for you.
You're going to get it's not only for me, it's for, your listening public,
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, baby.
I'll do my best, okay?
All right. Take care, man.
Buddy, take care.
Bye-bye.
That's Mr. Butcher. So, Bermuda, be safe, be careful. Please, my friends, don't stop and drive. Don't drink and drive. That's most life. We'll be back in tomorrow. I know you were in charge of that, so.
Hey, what's it? He's in, Brady. Yeah. Give me sure. Straight. Give me dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah. Morning. You go, Brandon. Good things, eh? Hey, good day. You too. Enjoy your day, man.
stuff back in the day in Bermuda, right? And I was quite surprised that, you know, $3,000. And I said, I wonder how much they are in Bermuda. They're not cheap. But I was looking at it because, you know, like, you know what, as it gets cooler outside, I probably, you know, I'm going to do even more activity outside, yeah? And maybe, let's just get an e-bike. Not in my budget. But I was very interested. And again, I had seen someone doing the pass on the trail before, but I never would I have thought. 70K. Continue over the edge a little bit. I got to know some of this escalator. People trying to beta laws or not. That would, does it mean to you even know the law? You don't know? Are they at the age when they're doing what's that? Project Ride? They haven't been teaching you to take a riding test or driving test. So are they really disobeying the law? They don't know. Like, when I had my little bicycle, I didn't know the laws. I didn't even know you couldn't honk. Like, honking was supposed to be a warning, not a hello, right? So, you know, interesting. Mark Arthur says the legislation for e-bikes should have been updated months ago. The legislature needs to put laws into place before something bad happens. Yeah, that would only make sense, right? Folks, this should be a discussion brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Are we discussing this stuff with our MPs, our leaders? Again, the good part about this is that the Bermuda police got this 14-year-old. That's the good part about this. It was stopped by the police. It would have been bad if something more tragic would have happened. And let's be honest, this 14-year-old's not looking at it like, oh, I'm breaking the law. I highly doubt that's on their mind. Why would it be? Right? So, I think as a community, we need to encourage our government to do better. Manuela says that not only should there be an age limit, but also registration. I agree. You know, I was thinking, and I didn't want to put this in my monologue today. I had it written initially, but I took it out. I'm going to be honest. But Manuela said, and I'm going to say it anyway, as far as registration. Do these folks have insurance? Are they required to have insurance? If they are operating a vehicle, because it is a vehicle, can go the same speed as other vehicles or faster as other vehicles on the road, then it's only right that they have to be insured too, right? Folks, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, I'm not trying to be a negative person, but this is serious. We've got Suzanne Ingram says the e-bike should not be going that fast in our roads. As for a 14-year-old on that bike and getting that speed, it's a death or suicidal. I think the e-bike definitely need an age limit after this 14-year-old incident. I was thinking of trying one with my grands. That has changed my mind because they may be like the 14-year-old. Well, not with a grandmother like you because you were told them not go fast and to be safe and courteous on Bermuda's roads. We've got Doreen says, before a child dies, government needs to pass legislation on these bikes ASAP. What's the difference between one of these motocross e-bikes and scooter e-bikes, which are licensed to be on the roads? Doreen, I just hope government officials are tuned in. I just hope they're tuned in right now. I hope they're not here. And I hope that people are discussing this throughout Bermuda. It's all fun and games until it's a tragedy, right? Judith Welch says, good morning. The laws need to move and change with the times. Legislation needs to be implemented immediately to address the concerns related to the use of e-bikes, including age of riders. Well, the House goes back in last month. Let's hope whatever the Premier David Brett has planned before he leaves office, he throws this in. Not because it's politically expedient, but because it's necessary. It's necessary. Mark Elker says, once again, Mr. Hartman, the idea of personal responsibility comes up again. Absolutely it does. Absolutely. Folks, what are your thoughts on the poll? What are your thoughts? As it goes, should there be an age limit for e-bikes? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Should there be an age limit for e-bikes? And also, what should Bermuda do about high-speed events? What should be done? What do you think should be done? This is a real brainstorming session. What do you think should be done? This is your daily discussion brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Dr. Anthony Richardson says legislation may act as a short-term deterrent, but people will still speed on their e-bikes. We have high speeds with licensed vehicles. The legislation of fact remains questionable. He makes a great point. Dr. Anthony Richardson makes a great point. Let's be honest, folks. Legislation exists with a speed limit, and 9% of the public who operate vehicles go above that. The legislation exists for driving under the influence. A high percentage of people who drink drive under the influence. Legislation doesn't change our behavior. We change our behavior. We have to want to do better. We have to live and do better. No matter what legislation is written, what policies exist, we as humans, we as people who care about something bigger than us, it comes down to us. Change behavior, better behavior. That's what it comes down to. So while I agree that there needs to be some form of legislation, it still does come down to personal responsibility. Dr. Maria Simmons says MPs should be aware in saying and doing. And she agrees, insurance, if not, we pay for incidents. Yeah. Richard Scott says, keep in mind that the folks who ride on the 10-speed type bikes are going rather fast as well. So where does this end? Just because you're correct. You're correct, because there are those who, they actually ride bicycles in Bermuda. They do their races, Bermuda Day, Sinclair Packwood and all. Like, where does it end? Do we put a speed limit on them? Do we create a track for them, maybe down south side or somewhere, where they can actually go high speeds at certain times of the day? But you're correct, Richard. This is an interesting one. San Diego says maybe these bikes are battle for tourists instead of the other bikes they drive. Now, how do we know? Because these e-bikes, 70K, I'm not sure the tourist rentals can go 70K. That's what I'm saying. This e-bike went faster than some 50cc's, folks. Dr. Siemens says that they can politic the leadership, they can deal with these matters. That's a good that should be the case, right, Dr. Siemens? Charles H. Jefferson II says, if we really want people to be safe on our roads, we must have legislation surrounding all modes of transportation. We already have too many vehicles on our roads with irresponsible operators. Yeah, I agree. Many others says that the price of e-bikes, even a 14-year-old has the money, and adults should be responsible for the purchase and instructions to the child. Okay, but I didn't have that kind of money at 14. $3,000 for one the other day I saw. Tyler Cheeseman says, is there not some responsibility of parents who are buying the bikes for the children? Well, I mentioned that earlier. I mentioned that. And as Dr. Simmons says, bring the parents before the courts. If they can afford the e-bikes, they need to afford the consequences. Now, I did mention it. Now, I don't know who the parents are of the child is. I don't need to know that. What I am saying is, sometimes parents don't do their research. Probably, this is a wake-up call even to other parents, because other parents are probably fighting. They can e-bikes just like a normal scooter, basically. They don't even know that it can receive speed. So it's a wake-up call for parents. Do your research. do research. I'm bringing these final few comments as we have a very special guest coming up. Welcome again. We've got Major Jeffrey Patterson from the Royal Bermuda Regiment and Acting Chief Inspector Anthony Smith of the Bermuda Police Service. We're talking about marine safety today. How safe are you on Bermuda's waters? Really looking forward to that conversation with these gents. But don't go anywhere, but I'm giving these final few comments. And again, you can feel free to fill the survey, 1 for yes, 2 for no, should there be any listening for riding e-bikes. Dorian says, instead of illegally putting forward a motion to block new members of the PLP becoming delegates, he needs to be putting legislation over e-bikes here. Renee Shalin says, I don't think a license should be required for an e-bike. It's a recreational vehicle. It's the parents' responsibility. They can reach high speeds, but there should be an age cap to ride on our roads. Indeed, and Mark Arthur says, e-bikes are self-propelled vehicles and therefore they should be treated like other motor vehicles on the road, including being insured and registered at TCD. We're wrapping up with Charles Chefs II says, I've seen push bike riders riding irresponsible on English roads. I wish the tracks were in better condition to accommodate young people looking to ride and have folks. This was your daily discussion brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Again, the goals are 100% should there be easy for e-bikes. 100% of you have said yes. Incredible. Government, good. It's actually some love to Titan Express and Secure. Then we'll come back, give days of the year, then we'll up break, and then we'll bring a very special guest on days daily focus. The daily discussions are yours in too.
Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now.